Hey YouTubers, it is Joel Hunter, aka GeebMachine, and we have now just come to the end of day 1 for IMTA-LA 2018. To recap what I did today, it being day 1, there was the boot camp for the agency that I was with. I did that, and we helped perfect my monologue and my TV reel people, which is kind of like a commercial thing. And then after that, I went to a Perfect Your Performance seminar for my division, which is for 21 and over. It was good, and I got to talk to a lady who explained, one of the speakers there helped explain the difference between what I'm trying to go for. Everywhere I go, I always say voice acting, voice over sort of thing, and she helped differentiate between two different types. There's voiceover, which is for commercial and for like radio type thing, and then there's animation, which is what I'm trying to get into. And also one of the speakers there asked for my resume, so here's open. And let's see, what else did I do? I was going to go to prepare to compete in monologues, but I didn't because it was lunchtime and I was hungry. Plus, I feel pretty prepared and confident with what I'm going to do. But what am I going to do? I don't want to give too much away. But for some of you who know me and are already here, then you know, please don't blurt it. And I won't be doing the monologue until I think it's tomorrow. I think the monologue is tomorrow. Yep, it'll be the last competition of the day tomorrow. And that's my jam. So anyway, back to today. What else happened? I went to the Prepare to Compete in Improv, and the ladies that were running that, they recognized me from last year. So that was good. One of them in particular, because she, if I remember how she put it last year, was that she was helping children do commercials for Mattel. I think it was something like that. I know she did a little something for Mattel, but she's part of an improv company called Actors Comedy Studio in LA. They were pretty much giving tips on how to prepare yourself for improv, because for me, improv is a little tricky for me, especially when I did it last year for the first time. This year I feel a little more confident because I'm starting to think a little more on my toes. And I will have to, because it looks like tomorrow I will be first in line. That's a little freaky for me. But anyway, did that. And then I did round 1 for singing. Yes, today. It was session 2, because they had at least 3 sessions. And this is just, round 1. I did You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me from Aladdin. And I really like to think that I did good to get to round 2. I really hope, because I did last year, if you can recall. I did get to round 2, but I flubbed, and that was because I lost my timing on it. I goofed, so to speak. And what I sang last year was Le Poisson from The Little Mermaid. And it was right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. Where I messed up. But then... yeah. But I still got honorable mention for that. Who knows? Maybe I may actually get further this time. Fingers crossed. Anyway, what else did I do? After that, I had dinner. And then it was contestant orientation. Basically, this is where everybody gets into the big room, the main ballroom. It's where some of the major events will take place. And basically they were giving us the lowdown of the do's and don'ts during this week. And we also heard some success stories from people who competed in past IMTAs. And some of them, and I was kind of surprised, was that some of them did it multiple times. I can't remember the names of all of them, but there was this one kid, his name was Nathaniel? He did, I think, Lion King on Broadway, like 2 years in a row or something. I don't know what he did. I can't remember his full name. And then there was another guy who was in, like, was it a Verizon commercial? It was like a cell phone commercial. He was a dark, how I can remember him was he's dark-skinned, and his hair is kind of spiked in a way, kind of like, not like spiked, like mohawk, kind of spiky little thing, more like coned spike sort of thing. I'm probably really just trashing this, but that's how I can somewhat remember it. And then we had Kiri Stevens. I looked him up because apparently he just revealed that he's going to be in a movie coming out this year, I believe. It's called A Star Is Born. It's going to have Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, there's Sam Elliott, and there's a few people. I'm forgetting the names right now, but I looked this up just after I saw him up there, and he did it a few times too. So that's another big thing right there. He did it a few times. IMTA. He started back in 2007. So that was 10 years. Dang. So yeah. And we were supposed to have Madison Eisman tonight. We were supposed to have her, but according to what our host said, she was going to Florida? Orlando? I think it was Florida. She was doing something, but in case some of you don't know who she is in Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I can't remember who she is. She's the hot girl. I haven't seen the movie yet, so yeah, but I do plan to. I really want to see Welcome to the Jungle because it looks good, and I wasn't really expecting there to be a Jumanji sequel, which makes it pretty good. When they first announced that there was going to be a Jumanji movie, I I was somewhat dreading it because the main thought that I had was, oh no, they're gonna make a remake of Jumanji, and it's one of Robin Williams' iconic roles, you might say. Not iconic, but one of his oh, the word is escaping me. Rememberable? No, that's not it either. It's escaping me. It's one of the roles he was known. It's one of the movies he was known for back in like the 90s. That was when, I think it was during like the late 80s to the 90s is when he really started to get involved into movies. So somewhere around that period, that was when he was starting to get into a lot of things. Anyway, but I can say that from what I can remember, her avatar in the movie is Jack Black's character. So Jack Black is playing her as a video game avatar. When I first saw the trailer, I just laughed. That was so funny. Like, ah! I'm a 30-year-old white middle-aged man, or something like that. And the way he was just prancing around in the trailers and the commercials I've seen, it was good. And again, I do plan to see this movie really soon. I really do. Let's see. Then there's the contestant orientation. And actually, hold on. Let me think about that for a sec. So after the contestant orientation, then I had dinner. And then it was theatrical headshot and screen test competition. This one is basically they do it in one go, so to speak, but it's really two competitions in one. Basically, they're judging how you look from your headshot picture. In case some of you don't know what that looks like, I will pull one of mine out so you can get an idea of what it is, what I am talking about. So, this is my headshot here, and on the back is my resume. Basically, this is everything that you've done, your statistics, height, weight, eye color. Also, I would recommend putting down like a website if you have one for your voiceover. For those of you that are pursuing voice acting and all that, yeah, I would recommend you put your link down in there, because when I did this last year, a lot of some agents were like, do you have a place where you put everything up? And I said, yes, I do have a website. And like, why don't you put that in your resume? It's because I was never told to do that, so I did it. And then I also have my contact information, not my personal contact, but of my agents, the ones that are representing me. Then there is my projects that I've done voice work for. And there was also where I got my training, some ability skills, awards, and at the very bottom, you should have something that is like this. This is last. You have to put this down because that shows how updated you do your resume. And when doing your headshot, I would recommend you do it at least maybe a few years. If there has been any noticeable changes from the last time you did your headshot picture, you may want to change it. You may want to get it redone. So anyway, they will be judging you on the headshots that you put in, how competitive I think it is. I can't remember how it is. If it shows off your personality better or something like that. And for the screen test, they basically give you a little sheet with at least different lines, and you have to choose one. You have to memorize it, and you perform it. They're looking at they're looking at how you do it. I was first in line for my division to do it, so I had that honor. And that concludes day one. No, it does not. First off, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Kashishi. Is it Kashishi or Kashi? I think it's Kashishi. She's here on YouTube. She has been asking me questions lately on YouTube about what IMTA is like and what to expect and all those things, because this is like her first time doing it in Los Angeles. And so I just ran into her today. So if you're watching this, Kashishi, hi again. I would like to meet up with you again sometime during this week, because I just want to talk to you just for a little bit, maybe even take a few pictures of us together to show, hey, because I was thinking about you earlier today, and I was like, I wonder where she is, if I'll run into her, and by chance it actually happened. So here's hoping that we might run into each other again, and all that other stuff as well. But I do wish you the best for this week, because this will be the best week you will ever have. And yeah, now that concludes day one. And I will get back with you guys tomorrow morning to give you the quick lowdown of what will be going on for me tomorrow. So, yep, I will now say good night to all, and again, thanks to everybody, both on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, for showing me so much love and support. It's really, it's helpful, guys. It really is. Alright. Peace out, guys.